Hello Theater Geeks! I hope everyone's weekend was filled with awesomeness! Today I'm going to explain how to accomplish success in an audition in just 3 easy steps. Okay, let's get started. Step 1. Find an audition. Okay, so you have to complete this step by either A. having an agent or B. doing lots of research. At times it can be hard and annoying to research and find an audition, but if you're committed, I'm sure you'll find one. To find an audition, go to Google and type in keywords like auditions near where you live and then state your age and your gender. Most likely a whole bunch of websites will come up. I would definitely try looking at BroadwayWorld.com. Look through the websites, look through the postings, and if you still can't find anything for you, I would possibly recommend getting a membership on like an audition website. An example of that would be Backstage.com or ActorsAccess.com. Those are 2 of my favorites, but there's tons of other websites that offer like audition postings, so you really have to do your research. But before you get a membership, I would definitely try to do some research just through Google and try to find an audition for free without getting a membership. Step 2. Prepare. In my opinion, preparation is the most important step in the audition process. First, you have to thoroughly read the audition posting. There's usually a character description and a small summary of the story. Being knowledgeable of the story and of your character is extremely important because it determines how you're going to A. portray the character and B. present yourself in the audition. Next, have a headshot and resume ready to go. If you don't have a headshot, I would recommend printing out some pictures of yourself that you've taken in the past, I would say 6 months. Staple it on the back of your resume. Your resume should say the following things. Your resume should obviously say your name, all the training and experience you have, as well as any contact information, including your email address, phone number, and if you want, your address. It should also state your eye color, hair color, how much you weigh, and your height. Most likely for the audition, you'll have to read a little part of the script. This part is probably only a couple pages. The dialogue given for the audition is most likely going to be between your character and another character from the show. The other character will most likely be read by the casting director assistant, so you don't have to read anyone else's lines but yours. And don't be surprised if they record you in an audition. In my opinion, I think you should definitely memorize your lines for the audition. I think it shows the casting director that you care and are professional. If you don't memorize your lines, however, make sure you don't have the script up and blocking your face. And also make sure that you're not looking down the whole time. Make sure you're giving eye contact throughout your audition. Make sure you practice the dialogue given for the audition. First just read it through in your head and then start speaking it aloud and then try to perform it for someone or something, even if it's your dog. Just giving a performance to practice before you go into the audition is really going to help you when you have to perform it for the casting directors. If the audition, however, says there's going to be a cold read at the audition, that basically means that they're going to give you the dialogue, in the audition. So you're going to have to read it, on the spot. So that especially means that you have to know your character description, know the story. This way when you get in and have to read the script, you kind of have a head start as to what your character's like, If you walk in and don't know anything about your character and it's a cold read, you're kind of screwed. Also, if it's a cold read, make sure you don't read too fast. I know some people have a tendency when, they're just reading it for the first time, that they kind of rush through it. But take your time, take a deep breath, and take all the time you need. You got it. Okay, if they want you to sing for the audition, here are a couple things that you need to remember. Find a song that you feel comfortable singing and that fits the story or mood of the musical. For example, if the musical is kind of sad and not upbeat, you want to sing like a ballad or a song that's not as upbeat. But if the musical is exciting and upbeat or, whatever the story is, then you should obviously sing an upbeat song. Also, have your music in a binder. I think this is very professional. If you want to be even more professional, put your sheet music in little plastic holders. This is easier for the accompanist to flip the pages. Now, if the audition notice says that there's not going to be an accompaniment at the audition, then you either need to prepare to sing your song a cappella or you need to bring either an iPod, a phone that has the instrumental track on it, or even a CD. But if they don't have any speaker or if they don't have any way of playing it, then you're probably going to have to sing it a cappella. Better yet, you can always email the casting director or whoever the email is under the casting notice, and just ask them, you know, blah blah blah. Lastly, if there's going to be dance at the audition, you need to prepare to do anything. Bring the dance shoes that you need, and definitely bring appropriate dance clothing. I would definitely stretch before your audition, you know, and get ready to boogie. The dance that you'll be doing at your audition will probably be choreography from the show. We'll teach it to you in a big group, and then you'll probably perform it in pairs of 3 or so for the casting director. Step 3. The audition. Now that you have fully prepared for your audition, it's time for the real thing. And don't be nervous, you got this. You've prepared for this, take a deep breath, drink some water, you're gonna do fine. You really have to be in the head zone that you're gonna do it fine, got it, you know, don't worry. Now, I guess it can be intimidating when there's a lot of other people, but, you know, just don't worry about that, don't think about that, just think about you, and just say you got it, and you're gonna do it good. That doesn't make sense, but yeah, you get it. Now, when you walk into the audition room, I personally recommend you to shake everyone's hand that's in the room. I think this is a nice gesture, and I don't know, I've always done it. Also give the casting director your headshot and resume. Next, if you're singing a song and there is an accompaniment there, you'll give your binder with your sheet music in it, stapled in the plastic, in the rings, easy for the accompanist to just flip through them when they're playing the piano. Give them the binder and, you know, tell them the tempo you want it at, and if there's any cuts in the sheet music, or if there's any, like, if you're ending the song earlier, just tell them that. So, you'll either sing your song, dance, or do your lines, or whatever. Just kind of go with the flow. Even if you mess up, don't apologize. Just roll with it. Improv if you have to, just keep going, act like nothing happened, and sell it. Me personally, I like to keep a little journal where you can write down how your audition went and what you can do better next time. I think this is a great way to just recap your audition and, you know, not stress over it. You know, if you did a good job, then you should be proud of yourself. And even if you did a bad job, just know next time you can do better and learn from your mistakes. If you didn't get called back, don't sweat it. It's not necessarily because you weren't good enough. A lot of the reason is because you weren't right for the part. So just tell yourself, you know what, you did a good job, be proud of yourself, and move on to the next audition. Now, if you do get a callback, then you definitely need to prepare just as much as the first audition, put as much effort into it, and, you know, have confidence. Now that you know they're interested, possibly interested in you know, make sure you have confidence and prepare and do your research all over again, and I'm sure you'll do great. So there you have it. I hope that your next audition is filled with ease now that you know the steps to a successful audition. You know, I've personally gone through many auditions where I've gotten cut and I never got called back, or I messed up the song, or I cracked, or I messed up the script, or lots of things can happen. But you know what, you have to learn from your mistakes and move on, and look, you know, I did have some successful auditions where I got the part. So you know what, you have to stay positive and never give up, even though rejection hurts. Whatever happens, don't lose confidence, and definitely don't give up. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe and follow Theater Geeks on social networking. Info below. Comment your questions for Question Thursday. Thank you guys so much, and see you Thursday for Question Day!